Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I keep hearing people tell me that I should stop. I should stop making videos on Target, stop making videos on Bud Light, that it's doing damage. There's a lot of hard work people working in distribution, working within the supply chain who are going to be hurt, which I understand, I actually fully understand. It's something that we pointed out very early on during the whole Bud Light get woke, go broke situation, the timeline, the saga, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, people who want these boycotts to stop just aren't seeing the big picture. Is there some unfortunate collateral damage? I don't know if we've seen it as of yet, but it's most likely gonna happen at some point. It's probably already happening, to be honest, and it's just not really being widely reported on. Yeah, there's some collateral damage, but that's just part of it. Some damage is gonna be done. It's inevitable. When you are fighting an ethical battle of this magnitude, at the end of the day, a little bit of collateral damage, I believe, is absolutely justified. It's not time to pull off the gas, not even close. It's time to keep pushing the pedal to the metal, because if we back off now, well, then it's pretty much open season. Market whatever you want to the children. Parents don't care enough about the development of their children, the well-being of their children, the mental health of their children. We could do what we want, get away with it. There might be a little bit of backlash in the short term, but in the long term, it doesn't really matter. That cannot be the standard, and an example must be made, because it's not just Bud Light. It's also Miller Lite, it's Target, and now it's the North Face. And a message must be sent to these corporations, very simply, that the children are off limits. That's the message. The woke crusade targeting your children continues to expand. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so it's not just Target anymore. North Face goes woke. Here is the new Summer of Pride campaign launched by the company.
Hi, it's me, Patagonia, a real-life homosexual, and today I'm here with the North Face. We are here to invite you to come out in nature with us! Wow, this is nice! We like to call this little tour the Summer of Pride. This tour has everything. Hiking, community, art, lesbians making art. Last year, we gay sashayed across the nation and celebrated Pride across the nation with hundreds of you across the nation. This year, we're back again with 2 new stops. Atlanta, GA. Why? Because you're there. In Salt Lake City, we're coming for you.
Hi, can we go?
Of course! This year, all these fabulous speakers will be coming from inside this TV to a nature near you. So come outside and celebrate the beautiful LGHGTV community. That's pretty gay.
Yep. At first, I thought that was an actual joke. I thought it was some sort of parody, some funny person on TikTok doing exaggerated humor. No, that's real. And once again, it'd be one thing if it was totally catered towards adults, but it's not. It's again adult topics and adult sexual lifestyle and sexual identities being promoted towards children. This is the campaign on their website, the Summer of Pride Tour, and this is some of the gear for children. It's basically like Drag Queen Story Hour with merch, corporate style. And it's simply unacceptable. At least that's my perspective. Look, people have different opinions. That's my opinion, and I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna stick by it, and I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm not gonna sit back and accept that these boycotts are having a negative impact on people who agree with me politically and pull back. If you agree with me and you're working for these companies, you should be speaking up from the inside louder than I am. Like I always say, enough is enough. These boycotts are absolutely working, and there's no reason that we should stop. But we also have to be smart where we're applying pressure. There has to be focus. The focus has to be honed in. The Bud Light boycott must continue, and I believe that's happening, and I don't think it's getting any worse. I think it's pretty much set in stone at this point. Bud Light has made its reputation known, and it's pretty much done for them. And the next target is probably Target, because their campaign is a whole other level of unacceptable. It's basically the North Face campaign on crack, and now Target executives are trying to wiggle their way out of this one. Slimy cowards doing the same thing that Bud Light did. Again, not apologizing, not accepting that what they did was inappropriate, backtracking and moving on, and trying to do everything in a slick corporate PR manner, like they always do. Target becomes the latest company to suffer backlash for LGBTQ+ support, pulls some Pride Month clothing. Here's the statement. Target's statement on 2023 Pride collection. For more than a decade, Target has offered an assortment of products aimed at celebrating Pride Month. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team's members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments improvements to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. Our focus is now on moving forward with our continuing commitment to the LGBTQIA+ community and standing with them as we celebrate Pride Month throughout the year. They're taking the victim road, that it's just a bunch of crazy extremists who are making them feel unsafe, and so therefore they're pulling, or the items at the center of the most confrontational behavior. Give me a break. There's confrontation around those items, not because of extremists and bigots, but because those items are marketed towards children and they're totally unacceptable. How many times do I have to repeat myself? I mean, it's crazy. This is corporate gaslighting 101, and they're making the exact same mistake that Bud Light made. They're trying to walk the line to make it seem as if they're pulling the goods, while also not trying to step foot on woke activist groups. Well, clearly that's not working. Gavin Newsom released this statement. CEO of Target, Brian Cornell, selling out the LGBTQ+ community to extremists is a real profile in courage. This isn't just a couple stores in the South. This is a systemic attack on the gay community happening across the country. Wake up, America. This doesn't stop here. You're black, you're Asian, you're Jewish, you're a woman, you're next. Absolutely disgusting. This isn't a bigoted attack on the LGBTQ community. This is a statement of values and standards. This is parents who are fed up. This is parents who believe that tuck-friendly pride and adult symbolism on clothing shouldn't be marketed towards young prepubescent children. I mean, this is insane. And then, of course, what these Democrats always do, as if it's an extreme attack against particular groups. Well, if you're black, if you're Asian, Jewish, you're next. You know, there's words that I want to say in response to that, but I'll try to keep it as PG-friendly as I possibly can. What a despicable, what a disgusting statement. Target does all kinds of promotional merch. They create products that celebrate Hanukkah, Black History Month. They probably do some women's merch as well already. Nobody's ever said a word about any of that. Nobody cares about any of that because all of it is appropriate. Public self-identified Satanists making LGBTQIA+ gear for children is a different ballgame entirely, and the fact that Democrats cannot admit that shows just how dishonest they are, just how truly disingenuous and manipulative they are. Target's in big trouble, and they know it. It's a massive retail store, so it's going to play out a little bit different from this Bud Light thing, but I really wouldn't be surprised if their Q2 earnings come in a complete disaster. People are waking up, people are tuning in, they're making consumer decisions, and this, just like the Bud Light situation, goes too far. I'd argue it goes even further. And the company's pathetic response is once again creating a perfect storm for PR disaster. They're not convincing concerned parents that they've done the right thing because they clearly haven't. They're just trying to, as we previously covered, avoid a quote Bud Light situation. And clearly the Democrat activist groups, as Gavin Newsom points out, aren't so thrilled with the reaction either. It's going to be once again a double-pronged boycott, a double-pronged get woke, go broke situation, and it's totally deserved. You could have just made basic gear in the adult section. You know, basic pride stuff. You know, whatever. It's appropriate. Some people want it. It's freedom of speech. It is what it is. Nobody cares. But you had to get increasingly more woke. You had to go for the children. And now consumers are simply going to be making informed consumer decisions. That's all that it is. At the end of the day, it's not even a boycott. It's not cancel culture. It's just consumer behavior. You played the game and you won the prize. You got woke and you went broke. Let's keep making these consumer decisions. Hold these companies accountable so a clear message is sent. Leave the children alone. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.